Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So remember, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. I clearly had a moment there. I'm so sorry. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Hermit card. All right, so there is a slight pull away this week. Remember, the Hermit card represents Virgo, so this actually represents your opposite sign, right? So it does suggest that maybe your focus this week is, and often your focus is outside of yourself because you're such a giving sign, but this week it's almost like you're focused on somebody else's health, maybe somebody else's outlook, somebody else's needs or necessity, like whatever it is that's going on for you there. Another way that this potentially shows up for you as well is your what I often say with the Hermit card is when the Hermit shows up, the High Priestess, your intuition has a message for you that it's not able to get across because you're not making yourself or your life quiet enough for you to hear your inner High Priestess. All right, so pay attention to your intuition this week, and if that means having to pull away from certain things, places, people or energies, then do so. All right, for your actions and options this week, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Love that. And look, right, it's a consecutive step because the Hermit card is number 9, Wheel of Fortune is number 10. You've got this in your actions and options, which does suggest that this is not only a week of completion, but it's also a week of advancement. This is where you're getting the rewards or the results for your hard work and effort that you've already put in. And with the Hermit card here, maybe this is why you are pulling away from the world this week, because there's a sense that it's like, I just want to enjoy the fruits of my labor before I have to step back out into the world and be a million different things to a million different people. For those of you that when it comes to your actions and options this week, or should I say in terms of your options that are available to you, you know, this week, that ability that you have to go with the flow, wherever the blessings show up for you, that's where you lean in, all right? Like there, because the Wheel of Fortune. So this suggests luck, success, you know, things spontaneously finding you, you finding yourself in the right place at the right time. Whatever comes to you this week is a divinely orchestrated reward of some sort. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Moon card, which actually represents your your sign, right? That's your card as a Pisces. But then look, right, you've got this with the Hermit card. So these two are two halves of a whole, because the Hermit is Virgo, that's your opposite sign in the zodiac. The Moon card is you. Right, and the Moon card is number 18, 1 and 8 gives you 9. 2 9s represents receipts. And because this is in your communications and conversations, there is something that you're going to be expected or need to go back over this week, whether it is to find a receipt for something that's busted, whether it is to take something back to the shop that, you know, let's say you've taken something in for repair and it's not quite taken and you're like, hang on a sec, you know, I've just paid X amounts of money for you to fix this and now all of a sudden we've got this problem, or, you know, the problem that I paid you to fix, you haven't fixed. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could, again, right, in fact, for all of you Pisces across the board, this could be some kind of past deed that you've done now makes its way back to you through some kind of communication. So if you're studying or in some form of academia, maybe a professor or a teacher or even a head of a department comes to you and says, look, your work has been exemplary and we would really like to highlight that. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, again, this is a week where good karma is finding you. But the weird thing is, it's like rather than sort of, you know, want the fanfare and all the rest of it, there's a part of you that's just like, okay, great, I'm really grateful and I'm very happy, but I don't have time to acknowledge this right now. I just really need to bring it in to focus and to rest. And it looks like it's because a lot of you have some new thing that you are gestating on at this moment in time. I'm very excited by this for a lot of you. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, there's obviously something else that you're cooking up, and it's almost like you're not allowing, you've got this unwavering focus. There's something that you're not allowing, not allowing to take your eye off the ball. It's like you're just focused on what you're focused on, regardless of whatever else does or doesn't come up. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this I actually think is a lot of you starting to think about what retirement actually looks like for you and how you can really, make the most of it. I feel like a lot of you are going to make a decision this week that will be not necessarily unpopular. It might just be surprising, or people might kind of say like, oh, well, usually you would do this or usually you would do that. And it's like, you're done with that. You're done with the past. You're ready to kind of move forward and do things in a very different way from here on in. For your love and relations, look at that. You've got the 9 of Cups. That is absolutely beautiful. Look, this card actually represents healing. And here in this specific position, it's about your relationship. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, especially if you've been on the outs with your significant other, or there's been problems, challenges, or issues, this does suggest that there's healing that's coming into the relationship this week. There's an ability for you to move beyond some issue that you've had, to reconcile, which is absolutely lovely. Now, what do we see here? 9 of Cups, the Hermit card, number 9. The Moon card is number 18. 1 and 8 gives you 9. 3 9s represent success, right? So whatever it is, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your studies, when it comes to just, experiencing life, this is some kind of level of success that finds you. This is great. For those of you that are single, look, you've done your hermit moment long enough, and, for a lot of you, just based on the cards, right, especially these two, it almost suggests that you're not really interested or you're not really looking for a partner. And usually that's the time that one shows up, just when you say to yourself, yeah, I'm happy being single, I'm loving my life, or everything's good, and then all of a sudden somebody shows up and be out here trying to fuck with my peace. I'm joking. And then you've got the Knight of Cups in your money and materials. So for some of you, this could show up as a job offer. For others, this could show up as a literal declaration of love. And look, right, the card is turning away from the cup, and the Knight of Cups is like, hey, listen, I got this for you. And Pisces is like, not today, boo. I'm not interested. I'll be here about my pentacles, baby. Jokes aside, that Knight of Cups, this is a solid financial offer that comes in with the Wheel of Fortune in tow. Yes, you have worked for this to come about, but it comes very much by surprise, or you find yourself in the right place at the right time, having the right conversation with the right person. And potentially for some of you, this could be either somewhere that you've interviewed for before. It could be a client that you tried to nab before. It could be a project that you tried to work on before, or it could just be a hobby for some of you that you tried to pick up before. It's like whatever you've tried to do, maybe at one point you were unsuccessful with it, and it comes back around this week where you get to kind of decide, okay, do I want this? Or, maybe now I don't want it, who knows? When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I would say this week, watch out for your waterworks, but also watch out for your hormones, right? And wherever it goes to, for those of you that are prone to, or not prone to, but for those of you that like a little bit of a tipple, that's a little bit of a drink, watch out this week, because you could really overdo it. And, this with the Hermit card, I'm a little concerned because you've got the Moon card here. This is, don't drink alone. All right, don't get me wrong. There's been many a time I've had a little glass of wine while I'm in the bath, or, to relax or whatever after it's been a particularly hard month or whatever. But if you're drinking to get drunk and you're on your own, that's, unless you're just really happy having a personal celebration, which it looks like some of you actually are. So, you know what? I'm going to shut up and mind my business. Pisces, do you? When it comes to your home and environment, I wanted to mention as well, your year ahead stuff is being released tomorrow. So you've got the numerology overview that's going to be on my channel. That goes out every year. We've got the life path videos that you guys love so much. They're coming out. And then the year ahead taroscopes, or astro taroscopes should I say, are up there and out there for your purchasing pleasure as of tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. You're going to be hearing about them for the next few weeks until you get sick of them. So I apologize for that in advance. Thank you for allowing me to sell you things from time to time. And yeah, with that said, when it comes to your home and environment, the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Cups and all of these other cards, this is good news, solid offers that come into, through, or around the home or a living situation of some sort. I actually like this for someone, like even if you've got a landlord, right? Like, whether you own your property or not, I actually like this for some kind of development that you think, you know what, that's actually better for me. So I'm intrigued as to what this might be. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.